Gearbest kindly sent me another quad to review, and this is the Lidi RC. This is the L15 or L15, not too sure what the buzzword on it would be. I've not done anything or come across Lidi RC before, so I'm quite interested to see what the quads are actually going to be like. The box is really good, and there's no damage on it at all, which I'm really pleased about. It comes in various guises as they normally do, sort of thing, with and without the FPV, and basically it's a generic box and then they just tick off what one you've got. Okay, so this is with the cardboard box off, and as you can see it's moulded polystyrene. We'll go through the instruction manual when we've got the battery on charge. Very well packaged, nothing's moved. You can see it's not going to move in transit, and it's really well done actually. And just flip it over, and then you've got the transmitter, the camera, and your phone holder on the other side as well. Okay, so this is everything out of the box, and it's obviously all white today. I've been doing lots of black ones lately, but the white is cool. It's just a SEMA X5 clone again. When I say just, I mean it doesn't take it away from it. It's a very tried and trusted design. And I never had the SEMA, but I had the FY326, and they're brilliant little pieces, little quads. They're really good. This one comes with quite a lot, as you can see. You've got 4 prop guards. You've got a complete set of extra props. You've got some extended landing gear, which we need because I'll be flying it with the camera on, so that's going to stick down a little bit too low. If not, I would probably just fly it without the landing gear on, but that's just a personal choice, but that will be going on. You get quite a reasonable little screwdriver for a change. They're usually thinner handled, which is a job to get hold of, so that's quite reasonable as well. Onto the actual camera itself, and we'll be fitting that on and getting that all sorted out as we go through the review. You've got a little clip that will hold your phone on, so you can use the full FPV, and then you've got a charger for a single cell, and this is 550 milliamp hours, and so there's loads of different ones you could use to buy some spares so that you can stay in the air longer. And then finally onto the transmitter, which is again in the SEMA style. And first thing first, I wish they'd actually identify what the buttons do. Obviously it'll be in the instruction manual, but it would be nice if it was marked up. Okay, so I've got the battery of the quad on charge, and it's a good time to have a look at the instruction manual to familiarise yourself with the differences with this and any other quad you've got, or perhaps you're new to flying. The front is all in Chinese, so I'm going to bypass all that, and then the back end is all in English, which is lovely because they haven't got 2 sets of languages on here, and it's really clear and it's nice and legible. It explains the transmitter really well, and the buttons and everything, and it's all the Chinese to English is very well done. It's extremely well done actually. It explains the indicator lights, which if I just quickly show you the transmitter, you've got 3 LEDs here that come on, and they flash at different times when you're doing different things. So to familiarise yourself with the quad, you've got everything explained here of what the quad's doing and what actions you've given the quad to do. So I like that. That's really good. It tells you how to do all the basic functions as well, and what the functions will do, how to activate them, etc. To reset the accelerometer, and it's very well done. Yeah, I am impressed with it. And it's nice and clear. It's not too big either, so you can just go through it. By the time your battery's charged, you can be up and flying. There really is minimal assembly with this one, and I couldn't find any of the screws, but they've actually put them in the legs and also in the prop guards if you want to put the prop guards on, so you don't even have to add the screws, they're already there. So really simple. Just pop them on and just screw it down so it goes nice and tight. Fitting the camera is really easy as well, just simply slides in, and if you do need to remove it, simply press the button here at the front and it will release. Once that's in though, you just simply pop in the connection, which is a little fiddly one actually. There we go, just make sure that is gone fully home. You'll soon tell with the FPV anyway, so that's good. And then also just make sure you take off your little lens cover there. Installing the included phone holder on your transmitter is really easy, and it's actually a good fit, this one. Simply slide it over like that and just pop your phone in there. There we are, ready to go. Okay, installing the app, had a little bit of problems with it. The QR codes here in the manual will download this app here, which is Nisi, I would guess, but I'm going to call it Nessie because it's in Scotland, but that won't actually run off the camera. It doesn't do any good at all. What I did was went into the Play Store and just downloaded Lidi RC. And that app does work with this. If you're using an Apple, obviously the QR code might work, or if not, you'd probably just have to type it into the Apple Store or something or other. And what you need to do is turn on your quad first of all, and then you would not normally have a quad angled. You would usually put it on a level surface, but I'm just doing this for the video. Then you need to go into your Wi-Fi settings, and then you have to select, because I've already been into this area, it's remembered it and it's connected directly to it, so that's good. You only have to do this once, go into your Wi-Fi settings, then when you turn it on it will automatically default to it anyway. Come back to your home page, launch the actual application, and then simply press play. There you go, you get a picture out. It's really quick actually. The only way you can record that I've found, and like I mentioned in the transmitter area, is don't use the transmitter to record, use this actual app. I mean, it's an app that works over lots of different things, so it gives you the illusion that you can control the quad with it. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to, and I wouldn't really want to. But basically to record, you simply press the record button, and it's got a count up system there. And then you could stop whenever you like. To take stills, but to be honest, the still is exactly the same. It would just be taken from the video quality, so they're not going to be brilliant really for anything, but it does make a camera sound. And also the only other thing you've got on the app really that's useful with this quad is the fact that you can play back your videos from it. Okay, first thing with this model, to run through how you bind it and everything, is you must turn on the quadcopter first of all, put it somewhere level, and you get a quick flash of all 4 LEDs, then you get the front ones flash, and then you come back to an all flashing, so it's actually, I think you'll find that it's stabilised then. On with the transmitter, and you get both of these flashing away as you can see, and then to bind it you simply go up and down on the throttle, and then the blue one goes off and basically it's bound with the red one here. The front LEDs stay on and then the back ones keep flashing, and that's just normal mode for this. Most quads have all the LEDs on all the time, but this is normal mode for this. And then you've got a lovely gentle throttle actually, it's really nice and controllable. I'm going to lay the quad down, and then you can see the flashing LEDs I'm hoping as we go through the rest of the transmitter. So if you want to flip, you simply press the right hand button here. It will keep beeping until you choose a direction, and you can forward flip, backwards, right and left, and then it will flip once and then it basically turns the flip off, so you just activate it again. This one here, if you press this one and hold it for 3 seconds, it goes into return to home, so it will come back roughly to where you started, and as you can see you get the blue LED come up here, and all the green ones have stopped flashing, so it's basically in the return to home mode. To turn that off you simply just use any direction on here, or you can, if you want to, you can just hold that down for another 3 seconds, it does exactly the same thing. This one here alters the rates, and it always starts in low rate, so basically low, press it once and it will go beep beep into medium rates, and again it goes into high rates, and then if you press it again it's cyclical, so it will just come back around into low rates again. You've got the, it's obviously a mode 2 quad, which most of them are, so basically your throttles are on the left, and I won't do that because obviously you saw it earlier and you'll see it when we're flying anyway. These are your trim buttons, trim controls basically, so if it's starting to drift or anything then you can use these, but there's loads of information on the web about those. If you want to activate the video you simply press it down to start the video going, or up to take still photographs, but my one's actually the Wi-Fi one, so I'm pretty sure that won't work. It'll have to work directly from the phone itself, because there's no actual storage on this one, on my one, but there is one that comes with storage on the camera on the quad, so mine's just basically there's about six different ones in the range, so you just have to make sure which one you're getting. If you want to turn the LEDs off completely you can just press this one once, and then that turns them off and turns them back on again. And if you want to fly in headless mode, you simply just hold that down for about 3 seconds, you get a full beep again, and then you've got all the LEDs stay on full. And then to come out of headless mode, you just simply hold it down again for another couple of seconds, and it will come back out of headless mode into normal mode. Okay, so this is us all good to go, and I'm just going to record the set the video going. I shan't bother doing any stills, but we'll just see how we go. So, and this is the first flight out, so let's see how we get on. We got we'll all start in low rates. Like I say, it's got such a gentle throttle to start with. It's lovely. Yeah, it really has. So we've got quite a lot of breeze this afternoon in the garden, so I won't take it up too high. It is confusing that the LEDs are on all the time, flashing away there. But that's just the way this one works. Nice and smooth. I mean, look at that. Hopefully that's on the chest cam. Really nice. That's good. Okay, let's give it a go at flipping, which will look great on the video, I'm sure. Whoa! I'm never overly keen on quads flipping. The little ones I like flipping, but manually flip I quite like, but the sort of these flips, yeah, it just makes me nervous. But never mind, it's what they do, so there we go. Can lose a bit of height, but then you notice there it also didn't, sort of thing, so there we go. Okay, let's see what it's like in the 3 rates. So that's for your rate in 1, 2, a little bit of an increase, 3, even better. Oh yeah, that gets a bit of a move on, doesn't it? Yeah, nice. Yeah, that is good. I like it. That's very cool. Rubbish video, but should be in low rates if you want to do video, definitely. Let's try a couple of other things. I'll drop it back into low, and then we see the return to home. So like I say, these are never particularly great, but just hold that for a couple of seconds. There we go, and it's sort of heading back in a sort of homeward direction. And then you can either use the lever, or you can just press that again for that to change. Let's try headless mode. Oh, you turn the LEDs on and off, so let's just give that a go. I'm actually quite impressed with those because it's quite bright. So press that one and you get the LEDs off. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe I'll just flick them back on as well. That's good. And then headless mode. Never a big favourite of headless, but if you're new you might find it really good. You just hold that one down, you get a long beep, and now the LEDs have stopped flashing. So if I go forward, it will just keep going forward. Yeah, so certainly works. There we go. Like I say, I'm always nervous with headless mode. I don't know why, because they all work, but I'm going to turn that off. That's better. Now I've got control over it. We're liking that. Oh, nice. I must admit, I do like it. That's flying really well. Yeah. I don't remember my FY326. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it did. Probably a long time ago. But a nice looking little quad. It certainly does everything. You see the little flashing blue LED there, hopefully, that you're getting. That means it's recording the video, and I can actually see here on the FPV. Let's give the FPV a bit of a go, shall we? It looks very bright on my screen. I don't know whether that's picking up. But everything is really bright, actually. So I was in high rates. I just dropped it down into low. Let's just give it a quick little run over there. Yeah, it is quite. It is bright, mind you. Oh, wow, that is bright. Ouch. I don't think there won't be any settings for that, I'm sure, not on something of this level. I'll actually come and stand over here and you can see what it's like. It just takes a long time to stabilise. Well, that's not particularly good with FPV, but it's really just to get you into it. But yeah, you can see it really sort of goes white to nothing sort of thing. That's quite difficult to do. So quick sort of range test. This will be about 50 meters if it makes this, which is
right over where those flowers are at the other end of the garden. And they're certainly getting over there. Yeah, that's sort of getting on for 50, isn't it? Yep. And it's still, FPV, it's holding really well. I must admit that's quite good. Yeah, and it's sort of stabilised on how light and dark it is as well, so. Whoops. No, that's pretty good actually. I'm hoping that's coming back to me. Yeah, it is. You can see it on the FPV. Well, look down actually. That would have made a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's nice. I like it. That is very good. I've got flashing. I've got flashing LEDs on the front as well. I'm going to kill the video because every time I've got a habit of just not killing the video, and the quad kills and that's it down. Oh, there we go. Sorry, too busy trying to rabbit and control things a bit better there. Hopefully that saved the video back. I'm not being silly about that. If you just take the plug out or anything, you invariably corrupt your video, so in which case all your videos not there. So, and what I do is I record the screen at the same time, so it's just a little bit of a backup, but just that's the way I do it anyway.
Okay, so that's the end of the review. Well, bar the summary, that is, obviously. With my reviews, I like to always have a look at any negatives that I found with the flights and everything. And there's only one very minor one, and I have this on quite a few quad manufacturers, is I wish they would just mark the buttons up so that we know what they do. If you're out in the field and you haven't taken your book with you, or you just look down and you've pressed the button, you wonder what the heck you've activated, you know, it would be just handy if they were just marked. Just a personal thing, that's all. That aside, that's about the only thing that's actually wrong with this. The FPV worked really well. It connects up really quick, and Wi-Fi is never the best for FPV. It's not going to give you a racer FPV, but it does work. You do get to see it. I went up to around 50 meters in the garden. That's about my maximum range test. I think that's absolutely fine. If you want further than that, then I'm sure it would probably do it, but you would be moving on to a full FPV system. The transmitter itself worked really well. It had no dropouts at all with that, and the controls are really nice, and the quad's actually lovely to fly. It's a lovely soft quad in the low rate, and it gets a little bit more anxious, a little bit more fun to fly if you're into flying once you actually put the rates up. So no, really good. The whole build of it is superb. The plastic is quite sort of flexible, so it's had a couple of little knocks on the review, as they always do, and it's bounced back quite happily, no problems at all. So yeah, really like it. Big thumbs up and a paw up from Tigger's RC Reviews.